You know, every single time you make a call, stream a movie, or decide to switch your internet provider, you're interacting with this invisible web of rules. Rules you probably never even think about, but they're absolutely crucial. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the European Union's grand plan for all things digital, and it really all boils down to one simple question.
Right? It seems so basic, but the answer to this really shapes your entire digital life. I mean, who decides how long your phone contract can be? Who makes sure you can switch internet providers without wanting to tear your hair out? And who guarantees you can call for help from anywhere? Well, in the EU, there's a single, very powerful answer to all of that.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll tackle the big idea, the why behind all this. Then we'll dive into what this rulebook actually is. After that, we'll look at how it shakes things up for networks and competition, what it really means for your rights as a user, and finally, who the referees are in this whole digital game.
Okay, so first up, a digital single market. You see, to really get the solution, you've got to understand the problem they were trying to solve. Just imagine trying to build a modern highway system where every single town has its own totally different traffic laws. It would be chaos, right? Well, that's pretty much what Europe's digital world looked like.
So before this code, what we had was this messy patchwork of different national telecom rules. It was a total headache for any company trying to operate across borders, and it meant inconsistent rights for all of us. I mean, your rights in one country could be completely different from someone living just a few miles away. The goal was to just get rid of that chaos and bring in some clarity, one single rulebook for the entire EU.
So what is this master plan? Well, it's officially called the European Electronic Communications Code, or, let's be honest, the EECC for short. And this is the big, comprehensive solution designed to create that true digital single market we were just talking about.
At its very heart is this one simple but really powerful idea, and it comes straight from Article 1 of the code, a harmonized framework. What does that actually mean? It means one set of rules for everything, from your mobile phone to your home broadband, all designed to work seamlessly across every single EU country. It's all about creating predictability for businesses, and more importantly, guaranteeing rights for citizens like you and me. So what's the actual mission here? Well, according to Article 3, this whole code is built on 4 huge goals. First, getting super fast internet to everybody. Second, sparking some real competition between companies, which, leads to better prices and service for us. Third, tearing down those last remaining digital borders inside the EU. And fourth, and this one is so important, putting the interests and the rights of you, the citizen, right at the center of everything.
So how does this code actually build that better digital future? I mean, goals are great, but how does it deliver better, faster internet and more choices for everyone? Let's get into it.
You'll hear the code talk a lot about something called very high-capacity networks. So what on earth is that? Well, Article 2 basically defines it as a network that's as good as fiber optic. We're talking top-tier performance, blazing fast speeds, super reliable connection, and almost zero lag. The whole idea is to push all of Europe towards this new gold standard of connectivity.
And you're not going to get there with just one company running the show. A massive part of the code is about firing up competition. It sets rules to make sure new companies can get fair access to the existing network infrastructure, which helps prevent monopolies. This encourages more players to jump into the market, invest in building their own new high-speed networks, and, at the end of the day, compete for your business.
Okay, this is where it gets personal. All this talk about networks and markets is great, but how does the code actually make your digital life better, easier, and fairer? This section is all about your rights.
Let's start with a really fundamental right: universal service. Article 84 makes it official. Every single EU consumer has the right to get affordable, quality broadband and voice services. Now that is a powerful promise. It basically means that no matter where you live, you shouldn't be left behind in the digital age. Internet access is now treated like an essential service, just like water or electricity.
The code also hands you a whole toolkit of concrete rights that are designed to put you in control. We're talking about clearer contracts that you can actually understand, not pages of legal jargon. The freedom to switch providers without hassle or being left disconnected. You can even take your phone number with you in just one day. It also guarantees life-saving access to emergency services, including automatically providing your location to first responders. That's huge.
And let's just walk through how simple switching providers is supposed to be now. So, step 1, you find a better deal and agree to switch. That's it. That's your part done. From that moment on, your new provider takes charge of the whole process. Your old service keeps working until the new one is active, you can't lose service for more than a day, and your old contract is canceled for you automatically.
It's designed to be completely seamless and totally pro-consumer.
Okay, so we've got this fantastic rule book, but rules are only as good as the referees who enforce them, right? So who's making sure everyone actually plays fair? Let's look at who enforces the code.
Enforcement basically happens on two levels. First, you have the national regulatory authorities, or NRAs. Every EU country has one of these independent bodies, and their job is to apply the code on the ground. You can think of them as the local refs. Then you have BEREC. This is the big picture body that brings all those national regulators together to make sure the code is applied consistently everywhere, so the rules in one country don't start drifting away from another.
And this is the key part. These bodies work together. If there's some kind of dispute between companies in different countries, they cooperate to find a solution. It's this teamwork that creates a stable, predictable, and fair digital market for the whole EU, which gives both us as consumers and all the businesses a lot more confidence in the system.
So there you have it. The European Electronic Communications Code is this monumental effort to create a modern, competitive, and citizen-focused digital market. It really is the foundation for our connected future. But it also leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on. In a world where technology evolves in months, not years, how long can any single rulebook, no matter how good, really hope to keep up?